so what you're gonna do is we're gonna pretend to sew. You guys see how it's, let me go this way. You guys see how it's diagonal, but the edges are straight and parallel to center front? Then we're gonna flip this down. Now it looks the opposite. Don't freak out, that's how you want it. The first thing you're gonna do is we're gonna sew the flap first. You're going to sew from all the way from the end to the end. What does that mean? You're gonna put your needle down right in front of it. So if you guys can get close, it's gonna be right there. So technically, I can still move this out of the way, okay? Please don't sew your fucking fingers. Okay. So now, I'm gonna sew and end up the other one. Back stitch. Make sure everything around it is flat. If you're going through a dart, don't hesitate to go through it, okay? If you're consciously like scared of backstitching and speeding it up, do it manually. Just finish it up to the end and then backstitch. Don't be afraid to do it manually. Make sure you end right at the end of where the welt lip ends. Okay, and then I'm gonna take it out. Cut the thread. Make sure you have all the long ones. So then when I flip it up, it's gonna look like this. You guys see it? Okay. Now that I have this, now I'm gonna put the pocket and I'm gonna pretend I'm also have it how it's gonna look. Because if I decide like, oh, I'm just gonna put it like this, you see that? Well, maybe I put it the right way. Let's say I just put it on here and it's like, oh, it's straight. When I bring it, oh, damn it. Sorry, my habit is really bad. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So let's say I just sew it because I look straight and then I bring it down, it's slanted. You guys see that? So please pretend to sew. Put it on here how it should look. You see the side seams, you guys? They're supposed to be parallel to the center front. Open this up, flip it on top of each other, and now it's gonna look weird. That's normal. What you're gonna do is that you're gonna mimic stitching the exact same amount, which is a quarter from the edge, and you're going to stop right where the the welt lip ends, okay? So it's gonna be right here to here. Does that make sense? If you guys need to mark it or pin it, do so if it helps you. What I'm gonna do next is I'm going to make sure the needle is down first, lining up my fabric to the side of the foot. Make sure the needle is down. You guys see that? There you go. And then I'm gonna sew and I'm gonna end here and then I'm gonna backstitch. So if you guys don't trust yourselves to do it with the speed of the machine, backstitch manually and then just sew. Then right here, I don't trust myself, so I'm gonna do it manually. Backstitch. And then cast off. You guys see it so far? So now, if I look on the other side, can someone give me that chalk I threw? Sorry. I'm going to highlight the lines that I just sewed so you guys can see them because they are black on black. Okay, so these are the two lines I just did. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut this like a little Y. Do you guys remember that? Like a chromosome? So now let's go to the iron for the last stage of this. Come on. Please don't be afraid. You're gonna cut this. Okay. Sorry, when I do this, you guys, just a side note, I'm listening to them. You guys hear it? Versus, look, hear this. You see that? This, they've been dropped. Someone dropped them. So that's how you know. Okay. So now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna only cut the one layer. You see how I have all these fucking layers right here? I'm not cutting any of this. I'm only cutting the layer that is the body. This is what I said. Once you start cutting this, it's gonna fuck. If you fuck it up, you have to start over. I I know, it sucks. I've done this so many, like, I fucked up a jacket so many times, don't get me wrong. And you guys are gonna want to go to the corner of the stitch. You guys see how I went to the corner of the stitch right there? Then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. If you need to mark the Y and that helps you, please do it. The whole point of that Y is because we're gonna catch it in a little bit. And again, what I'm doing is that I'm lifting it to separate the self and whatever's sewn to it. So I only cut that. I'm not cutting anything else. And then double check if you went all the way to the corner. If you didn't, go back in there and clip it. This is important, okay? Once you have that there, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to press it. Why? Because it makes those stitches permanently adhese like together. Oh, you have a little chicken that looks like a watermelon. Sorry, I got distracted. Then I'm gonna push all of this shit inside, okay? So look at that. I already have my lining in here, right? You guys see it, how I'm pulling it out? See that? And then on the other side, I'm pushing this down. You guys can already see what it looks like. You see that? Use your hem if you need to, if you're working with the bust. You see this? Because you want this as flat as possible. Guess what I'm gonna do next? What should I do next, you guys?
Press it.
Yes, yeah. Don't worry about the extra threads. You're gonna clip those after. Then you're gonna flip it over. Why am I flipping it over? Because I'm gonna go on this side and make sure everything is nice and flat as well. Ah. See how this is facing down now? And then this is gonna go on top, and then this is going to go up, okay? This is very important. Trust me, this is going to be tedious and it's gonna take some time. Why? Because these pieces are fighting. They were reverted and they were flat, and now you're reverting them. Just keep the Teflon foot on there, or use another hand to just keep it flat. And you see how it looks flat now, like this, and the bottom is flat like this. So when I turn it around, it should look flat like that. You guys see it? Now the last thing I'm gonna do is, why do I need to have those flat open? Because this guy here is going to be here, like this. And you're gonna sew this across. Okay, are you guys ready? This is the last final stitch. Let's do this. We left off with it like this, right? So I'm gonna lift this up, bring this bottom edge to the underlip of where the welt is sewn. I'm gonna overlap it to make sure, see how it's nice and parallel to each other? I'm just gonna grab the lip and I'm gonna turn it over where everything's flat, and I'm going to follow the same stitch I did before. That's all I have to do. I don't have to make a new stitch or anything. I'm just following the one that exists. So then when I open it up again, it looks like this. You guys see that? I'm gonna make sure it's pulled down, and because my lip's already flat, you see how it's flat over here? I'm gonna be able to just pull it down. Now, the last thing I wanna do is I'm gonna put this facing up. This is what it looks like so far, right? So now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna lift this side over, and you guys can see the little Y. If you guys have 1/2 inch, it's gonna show a lot more. If you have 1/4, it's gonna be a little tedious. What you're going to do now is that you're gonna sew right across the Y all the way down. Do you guys remember doing this in your welt before? No? Back stitch. She has 1/4, so I'm gonna try to sew to 1/4. And then I'm gonna open this up, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Just open this, and you guys can see the little Y. You guys, the little pyramid from the Y. You guys see that? This little corner? So we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna work backwards. I'm gonna sew, she has 1/4. Please make sure and be mindful of your own seam allowances. Why? back stitch. And then you're gonna catch that little pyramid in that corner. If things get in the way like this, just move it out of the way, you guys. Is this valid? Yeah, just move it out of the way. You don't need it. You're not sewing that at all. You're sewing the little pyramid and your lining opening, okay? Now you have it looking like this on the inside, and then it looks like this on the outside. The last thing you're gonna do is that you're going to do a tack. I need to check what's going on right there. You're gonna do a tack in the corner here and here, either by hand or by the machine, which is just going back and forth, and you're done. But this is your pocket, okay? Any questions? No? All right, that's it. Good job.